So, of course, we had Labor Day the other day, and, it's, Trump was out there, and the Republicans were out there virtue signaling like they care about workers, which is, like, the saddest thing I've ever heard, because, of course, they don't. In fact, it was just this week that Trump rolled back union rights for the National Weather Service and some other government agencies, and so the same week they pretend like they care about workers, they're union busting. It's just too perfect. It's always too perfect. Trump also got rid of the Biden had done an increase in the minimum wage for federal contractors and employees. Trump rolled that back. Like, nobody's ever hated workers more than Trump. But guess what? So this is like a couple days before Labor Day. Trump decided to let his hatred of workers basically become a boiling rage. So let me show you what he posted. So he said the following. Ready? I used at the White House the most beautiful marble and stone available anywhere. Surfaces are very important to me as a builder. As everyone knows, I built many great buildings and other things over the years. At the White House, I am very proud of the beautiful stonework we did in the Rose Garden. In this case, using limestone plus. All right, let me just pause to point out, your Rose Garden looks like absolute diarrhea. I mean, it is disgusting. The Rose Garden before was beautiful. Now it looks like a cheap fucking courtyard in a strip mall where, what do you want? You want the Arby's or the Sbarros? What do you want? What do you want to eat? You want the Subway? You want the Pizza Hut? Like, it literally looks like a cheap strip mall food courtyard. That's what it looks like. You could see that shit outside of a La Quinta, outside of a Motel 6, right? He turned it from, the beautiful Rose Garden into this disgusting, gaudy, country club ass bullshit. The Rose Garden is completed and far more beautiful than anyone ever had in mind when it was conceived of decades ago. 3 days ago, while admiring the stonework, I happened to notice a huge gash in the limestone that extended more than 25 yards long. It was deep and nasty. I started yelling, "Who did this? And I want to find out now." And I didn't say this in a nice manner. I wondered, was it vandalism or was it stupidity? Lo and behold, because of the fact that we've installed the finest security equipment anywhere, they brought back the stupid people with their boss watching in sunglasses. It was a subcontractor that was installing heavy landscaping on a steel cart that was broken and tilting badly, with it rubbing hard against the soft, beautiful stone. I love and respect great workers and contractors, but something like this should never happen. Now, I'll replace the stone, charge the contractor, and never let that contractor work at the White House again. But how great is the video equipment? We caught them cold. Make America great again. And so he shows, ready for this? He shows video of the worker allegedly scratching the marble or whatever. It's not marble, whatever the fuck it is, the stone. Here we go, watch. And so you see how it's tilting to the side? Trump is saying, oh, it whatever, cut the stone and it damaged it. And that's the guy in the sunglasses. I guess he's the guy who runs the shit. So this is what he's focused on. This is what he's talking about. This motherfucker just added $4 trillion to the debt and the deficit. He just kicked 17 million people off of Medicaid, cut it by $800 billion. He kicked 3 million people off food stamps. He cut free lunch in schools for kids. And this is what he's bitching about. Somebody messed up my beautiful stone patio. How dare you? It's disgusting. And then he directly calls out the worker who did it and brags about how I'm going to make them fix it and fucking not pay them or whatever the fuck he said. Remember, guys, I need you to remember this. Yesterday was Labor Day. And this is what I need you to remember. There is a documented history, a track record of Trump stiffing so many of his workers. He has, you all know, he has hotels, he has casinos, he had all these businesses, right? You go look. There are plumbers, there are electricians, and they'll come out and tell you, he fucking stiffed me, he never paid me. The guy who was the architect for one of his golf clubs, right? The big golf club that he has with the beautiful building. And it gets a lot of props on architecturally being beautiful. So some guy made the clubhouse and Trump paid him up front the first payment. Then the guy finished it Trump never paid him the second payment. And then the guy was asked, well, why don't you like sue him? He goes, well, if I sue him, the amount of money I'm going to get back is the amount of money that I'm having to pay the lawyers in the first place. So it's like I'm better off just eating the loss than losing more by taking him to court. He refused to pay the second payment. Something like $600,000 or some shit like that. He has a record of it. He stole from a fucking children's cancer charity, bro. What are we talking about? And this is what he's doing. Again, this was just a couple days before Labor Day. And then has the nerve to fucking virtue signal come Labor Day. The Republicans were tweeting about, oh, we love workers. Shut the fuck up. All of you shut the fuck up forever, please. But here's what your stroking out president is fucking focusing on. It really is incredible, isn't it? It really is incredible. At the same time, he's arming and funding a genocide in Gaza, sending 7 warships to Venezuela, threatening to bomb Mexico, spiking inflation and unemployment. Here's what he's thinking about. Here's what he's focused on. Somebody scratch my stone in my disgusting fucking patio that I just made to say fuck you to the Rose Garden and all the previous presidents. God damn it, this guy can't go away fast enough. However fast he's going away, he's got to go faster. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.